Hello and welcome to a special interview for The Wire. Earlier today, the new government was sworn in Pakistan, but everyone noticed that the chairman of the People's Party, the second largest constituent of the coalition, was not one of the new ministers. Why did that happen, and what does it mean for the government? Joining me to explain is Pakistan's most highly regarded journalist, the well-known Hamid Mir. Mr. Mir, let me start with that simple question. A lot of people have noticed that Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, the chairman of the People's Party and the second biggest constituent in the coalition, was not one of the ministers sworn in today. Why did that happen?
Thank you, Karan Thapar Saab. I think you have seen that Bilawal Bhutto Zardari was present in the oath-taking ceremony in the President House. He was very much there, but he never took oath. There are many reasons. I spoke to some people around him, and I also spoke to some people who took oath, and they belong to the Pakistan People's Party. So they were telling us that actually Bilawal Bhutto Zardari was supposed to take oath as the foreign minister of Pakistan. But you know that he is the chairman of the Pakistan People's Party, and there are some other very important unresolved political issues. And if he will take oath as the foreign minister, then he cannot give attention to some unresolved political issues. And he will take some days, and he will definitely take oath as the foreign minister of Pakistan in coming few days. So I asked them that what are those important unresolved political issues which created problems for Bilawal. So they say that there are many issues like the new ruling coalition. They are still making consultations on issues like that. Who will be the next chairman of the Senate, which is the upper house of the parliament? Who will be the next deputy chairman of the Senate? Who will be the next deputy speaker of the National Assembly? And then the most important thing is that the appointment of 4 governors in 4 different provinces. So these are very important political issues, and there are at least 10 coalition partners. And the main coalition partners are Pakistan People's Party, PMLN, and JUI. So their leadership is busy in making consultations that who will be the next governor of the Sindh province, because you know the ruling coalition have 2 very important parties, Pakistan People's Party and MQM. MQM was previously ally of Imran Khan. Now they have made a written agreement with Pakistan People's Party, and Pakistan People's Party is ruling since last 10 years. So previously MQM was their political opponent. Now they are a political ally. So they have to make some arrangement that who will be the governor and who will be the guarantor of this agreement.
I understand what you're saying, but there is speculation in your country that perhaps one of the reasons why Bilawal Bhutto Zardari did not join the government is because there is a measure of bargaining going on, both to ensure that the chairmanship of the Senate goes to a PPP person, perhaps Mr. Gilani, and also perhaps to ensure that if the coalition can persuade President Alvi to resign, then the new president becomes Mr. Zardari. Was there an element of bargaining behind this decision not to get sworn in today?
I think there are consultations going on about the office of the chairman Senate, but I'm not aware that any consultation is going on the issue of the next president of Pakistan, because for removing Mr. Alvi, you need to initiate impeachment process. So if he will not resign, then you have to impeach him. And the impeachment process is very complicated. He is not ready to take oath from the ruling coalition. And even today, the chairman of the Senate, Mr. Sadiq Sanjrani, he took oath as the acting president. But I don't think that they have reached to the stage of making consultation on the issue of next president of Pakistan. Yes, you are right that they are making consultations on the issue of the next chairman Senate, and Mr. Yusuf Raza Gilani is very much in, and he is a potential candidate, but there are other candidates also.
How does the coalition respond to Imran Khan's supporters who today are saying, see, this government has got off to a bad start. The chairman of the second biggest party has not joined. This means that already signs of differences are emerging. And they say this not just because of the absence of Mr. Bhutto Zardari, but also because it's taken the coalition 8 days to form a government.
Yesterday, Mr. Fawad Chaudhry, who was previously the information minister of Imran Khan, he was making claims that this government will not be able to come up with a cabinet. So today, at least there is a first phase of the cabinet. About 20-30 people took oath, and almost all the important coalition partners are present. But you see, the one thing you are missing, the most important thing, as a Pakistani, for me, the absence of Bilawal Bhutto Zardari is not important, because there were 7-8 ministers from his party. They took oath. For me, the most important thing was the absence of the Balochistan National Party Mangal Group. They had 4 votes, and they were absent from the cabinet oath-taking ceremony. Not a single person from the Balochistan National Party took oath. And last night, I spoke to their Secretary General, Senator Jahazeb Jamaldini, and he confirmed it to me that they have they have informed Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif that they will not be able to join the cabinet because of a firing issue in Balochistan, in which one innocent person was killed and 7 others were injured. And you see, their support base is Balochistan. So they wanted Prime Minister to set up an inquiry commission to investigate that who is responsible for that firing in Balochistan. So for me, Balochistan, the absence of Balochistan National Party is important, because the whole party was missing from the oath taking. Bilawal was present there.
Let me ask you this. Will the Balochistan National Party join the government later on? Is it only for a few days because of the firing that happened last night that they chose not to join today? Or is this another fracture that one is seeing in the coalition?
Karan Thapar Sahab, Balochistan National Party, actually, they supported Imran Khan when he became Prime Minister in 2018. This is the most important political party from Balochistan, and their head Akhtar Mangal is a former chief minister of the province. His father Ataullah Mangal was also a former chief minister of the province, and they had a long history of problems both with the Pakistan People's Party and PMLN, headed by Mr. Nawaz Sharif. So that's why they joined Imran Khan in 2018, and they made a written agreement with Imran Khan, and the most important demand was enforced disappearances problem. They wanted that all the missing persons, around 5,000 missing persons, should be returned back to their homes. But Imran Khan was not able to fulfill his promise. So this is their main demand this time. And they don't want that they should become part of a cabinet which is not able to at least give justice to the people of Balochistan. So that's why they refuse to become part of this cabinet. But I think that maybe Mr. Shehbaz Sharif will announce inquiry commission today or tomorrow, and in the next phase, Balochistan National Party will join the new cabinet along with Bilawal Bhutto Zardari.
Now, this is very interesting. You do expect Bilawal Bhutto Zardari to join the cabinet as foreign minister, but as you say, it will be in the next phase. 2 questions. How long do we have to wait for the next phase? Is it days? Is it weeks? Is it months?
I'm not expecting. I'm sure that Bilawal Bhutto Zardari will become part of the new cabinet, because he is a coalition partner, and he played a very important role in the downfall of the Imran Khan's government. And he himself was present today, and I spoke to people around him. I am not making a clean sweep statement, but I am sure that he will become part of the new government very soon, in days, not in weeks, in days, maybe 14 to 20 days.
Two last questions before I end. Is it therefore completely wrong of Imran supporters to say the new government has got off to a bad start? Is that just bias and prejudice?
No, I think that it is a bad start, because Shehbaz Sharif became Prime Minister 7-8 days ago, and it took at least 7-8 days for the new cabinet to take oath. And as far as my information is concerned, all these things were finalized between the coalition partners not weeks ago, but months ago. All these things were finalized between them in January 2022. It was decided that who will be the Prime Minister. It was decided that who will be the Speaker. It was decided that who will be the next Chairman of the Senate. It was also decided that which parties will have what kind of share in the new cabinet. But I think that they underestimated Imran Khan. They thought that he's a sportsman, and he will go according to the rules of the games. But Imran Khan was not ready to obey the rules of the games, and he was even not ready to implement the constitutional responsibilities. He was even not even ready to for voting on the vote of confidence. So he created a lot of problems for them. And then he came up with a conspiracy theory, the American interference in Pakistan. So all these things, they created a lot of problems for them. And I think that they changed their plan now. Now they have changed their plan, and they are not going according to their old plan. Now they have made some new plan.
But you do say that it has got off to a bad start.
Yes, it is definitely a bad start, because I think that the Prime Minister was elected a week ago, and he was not be able to make a consensus among his coalition partners about the new cabinet. And even today, you are asking me this question, that why Bilawal was absent from there. And Bilawal is absent because he have to make consultations on some other political issues, which, according to my information, were resolved in January 2022. So which means that now they are changing their plan.
My last question, another obstacle, and it became clear today, but it was also clear on Monday when the Prime Minister was sworn in, is President Alvi is not supporting, is not helping this government. If anything, he's not cooperating. As you said, they don't have the numbers to impeach him. Can they persuade him to resign? Or if they fail, do they know how to handle a president who is like an obstacle?
The president refused to take oath from the Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif on a medical ground. He said, "I'm not well." Again, today, he said, "Sorry that I cannot take the oath because I'm not well." So again and again, he is telling the new government that I'm not well, and the whole nation is aware about this bad health of the President of Pakistan. So slowly and gradually, the people in media like me or some others, they will start raising this question that if the President of Pakistan is not healthy, so why he is sitting in the president office? So I think, personally, I think that he is okay. He is very much healthy, but he is behaving like a worker of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. He is behaving like a loyalist of Imran Khan. And I know him since long, when he contested his election first time in 2002. So he hates People's Party. He belongs to Karachi, and most of the Karachi people who don't agree with Pakistan People's Party, they they hate People's Party a lot. They don't want to see their bloody faces.
But can
So
I put
actually
it
the
to you? If they can't impeach him and they don't have the numbers, can they learn to live with him? Or can they somehow persuade him to resign?
No, they cannot learn to live with each other. I think that in coming few days, Pakistan People's Party and PMLN and other coalition partners, they will definitely come up with some kind of formula, because they have a majority already. They have majority in the Senate, in the upper house. They have majority in Sindh. They have majority in Balochistan. They have now majority in Punjab Assembly. President Alvi have support only in the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province. So the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, they have resigned from the National Assembly. About 120 members of the National Assembly have already resigned. So his support base is very weak. So if there is a no confidence motion in the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Assembly, where the difference is not very big, so then Mr. Arif Alvi may face impeachment.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Mir, for this interview. I'm very grateful to you. Take care. Stay safe.